Hi, I'm standing over here today. Hi, it's Nicole here and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about bad Tinder dates, specifically my bad Tinder dates. So, as probably a lot of you do not know, unless you're my friends in real life, I've been in a relationship for almost 8 years. So the Tinder experience that I've had is very
little.
But there were a few times where Eric and I broke up, and like any young adult would do, I got a Tinder account. Was it good? No, it wasn't. It sucked. None of it actually turned out well, so let's talk about that. And before I start, just remember to like that like button, comment that comment section, subscribe that subscribe button, and notification bell that notification bell. So the first story that I'm going to talk about was the first time that Eric and I broke up. We're like, yeah, let's break up for a little while. So we did. I was like, man, I need to Sorry, Mom, if you're watching, you might want to click out right now. I was desperate. I had no boyfriend. Found a guy, finally, that wanted to hang. We'll call him Larry. Larry seemed pretty cool. I suggested, hey, maybe we go to a coffee shop. He said,
no, that coffee shop you chose, it's too far away from me.
I said, okay, you choose then. He goes, okay, how about this Starbucks? I say, great. So the date comes around, I drive to the Starbucks. What do you know? It's a Starbucks inside of a grocery store. Yeah, I should have turned back then, but I was 19, I didn't know. Do I have to explain more? I don't think so. I go into the grocery store where the Starbucks kiosk is, and I see him. We grab some coffee, I think. He's like,
hey, jump in my car. Let's go to the beach.
I say,
Okay.
so we're driving to the beach. I'm worrying about it. I'm like, man, am I making a stupid decision right now by getting into a strange man's car? Oh, we will see. I don't know what possessed me to do this, but the entire time that we were driving through this wooded forest area to get to the beach, I kept making jokes about how funny it would be if he was a murderer and he was gonna kidnap me. I don't know why I thought, during a date, that'd be a good idea. It'd be funny if you were a murderer and, going through this forest. Don't murder me. He just looked at me like I was a fucking crazy person. Which, honestly, yes, I was. We walk around this beach, and then he's like, do you wanna go to my house? And I was like, yes. We get to his house. He starts playing the ukulele, then we start making out. And then afterwards, he got mad at me because I scratched his back. And I was like, haha, I didn't realize you wouldn't like that. And then he got really mad about that. So then we went and hung out. I thought his roommate was really hot, so I started flirting with his roommate, and then I was like, hey, I need to get back to my car. So he drove me back to my car, and that was it. And doing the stuff, I realized it was awful. It was awful. I did not have a good time. He did not have a good time. It was just not good. I was pure when I met Eric, so this whole world of Tinder, hookups, new to me. So don't judge me. Okay, you can judge me. You can laugh. I'm laughing too. Ha ha ha. So then, a few years later, Eric and I break up again. I know. We've had a tumultuous relationship in the past because we were in our teens. It happens. We're all good now. Next crap date. Long story short, I get to the sushi place because that's where we decide, yes, that's where we're gonna have our date. Oh no, he doesn't look like his picture. We have the sushi. I'm like, okay, I don't really care about looks. It's not a big deal. I'm gonna give this guy a chance, We eat our sushi, and then he's like,
oh, yeah, you don't mind paying for your sushi, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
So I pay for my sushi. Really not a big deal. But then he says, hey.
Could you drive me home?
Oh, yeah. I drive him almost home and he says, let's park over here. Do you want to play frisbee? And he pulls out a frisbee. I don't know. He didn't have a frisbee before, but I said, sure. We play frisbee in this random park. I wasn't expecting it. It was basically like hanging out with a dog. And then we walked around and then I went home. I dropped him off and I left in my car because I guess I was his Uber. This is another really short one that I thought was really funny. So I had just gotten back from Europe. It was the first date that I went on right after my breakup. And this guy's like, hey, let's hang out. And I'm like, yeah. So we just walk around this park and talk the entire time. I realized at the very beginning, no, I'm not really vibing with this guy. He's nice, but not my thing, you know. So then to try and like get him bored, I said, oh, hey, I have to go grocery shopping because I don't have food. I just got here from Europe from my study abroad trip. So I'm gonna go get food, groceries. So he comes along, because it's like the grocery store was like next to the park. We get groceries. I just go grocery shopping with this Tinder date. Then he says,
wow, this is one of the coolest dates ever. I've never gone grocery shopping with a girl before.
and I'm like, I'm trying to get him to not like me. I'm trying to get him bored. I'm not into him. So that didn't really work out. When he found out I was moving, he kept hitting me up because he wanted to live in the apartment that I lived in. Like, sublet it. And those are my horrible Tinder dates. I have other horrible dates that I will get into if you're interested. This is not my thing. Hate hookup culture. Can't find any men that I'm interested in enough to like do that. Before we end this, these stories probably aren't like super juicy, but that was my experience. If you're interested in hearing about my other juicy relationship stories that didn't have anything to do with Tinder, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when I post. Also, I don't do just story times, I try things. I do fun crafts, I do commentary. It's a fun, grand old time in my shit posting town. I will see you next week and have a wonderful day. Bye.